Hi guys, happy Friday. So I have been hearing a lot about the ethics in mental health community and a lot of things that people should or shouldn't say and all this kind of stuff. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it and bring some things to your awareness. And I want to say that I have struggled a lot with mental health and I have had my fair share of, everything. So I just want to say that I don't want to bring more hate into this world. I just want to share my thoughts and feelings on the topic from kind of an insider's point of view and bring some things to your awareness. So I hope that no one takes anything personally, and that being said, let's get started. So first of all, there is no such thing as norm. There is no such thing as a normal person. We have 7 billion people in this world and everyone is different. Everyone has their little deviations, their little predispositions, and we are all unique and different. And norm is something that is average for everyone. So they just took 7 billion people, got them together, divided what they got to 7 billion, and this is the social construct of norm. So it is kind of an imaginary value, and no one really is an average of 7 billion people. So we are all different, and it's okay to be a little bit weird, or even not a little bit weird. It's okay to be weird. Everyone is weird. But if your deviation is too far from average, and if you are struggling, and if it brings suffering into your life, or if you cannot function in the society, then you are getting diagnosed with a mental health issue or a disorder or something like that. So I think that until it starts hurting you or the people around you, until it gets in the way of your everyday life, being weird is nothing to be ashamed of. Next thing that I wanted to say is that although I have suffered with mental health a lot, and I understand how much people can suffer and how much pain it can bring into your life, but your mental health issue or your mental illness doesn't give you a right to be an asshole. Yes, it can make it more understandable. Yes, it can make people see why you behave this way or the other, but it doesn't give you a right to hurt people around you. So I'm not trying to minimize anyone's suffering. I truly understand how debilitating it can be to have a mental illness and how much pain there can be inside of you that it pours out and hurts other people that are around you. But still, it is your job to be a decent human being. And if you become or are a decent human being despite your mental health issue and despite your illness, it just gives you so much more respect for yourself and respect from other people, because even though they might know or not know how much you are suffering or how much pain you're in, it doesn't really matter in the end of the day. I mean, we can make excuses for everything and everyone that is doing the bad things, but it's not about making excuses, it's about doing the right thing. So yes, even if you are in pain, even if you are suffering, I'm super sorry. Trust me, I was there, and still try to be a decent human being to the people around you and to yourself, which is even more important. I have noticed that a lot of people get offended by the words crazy or insane or, others like that. I don't think that it's a very wise thing to do, because words don't really matter. I think that what matters is the intention behind these words. So if a friend, for example, tells you that they had a crazy weekend or that the new song that they heard was insane, it doesn't intend to hurt you. They are just sharing their emotions and their impressions without wanting to bring any distress into your life. And I think that this is what matters. So I don't understand people who fight for other people not using certain words like crazy or insane or something like that, because it is your responsibility to get or not get offended, and no one can really offend you if you don't let them. And if you are offended just by the choice of words of one person, if their intention was definitely not to bring you any distress, then it's maybe something that you need to work on. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it, because I know that it is a very controversial topic. So I would love to hear your opinions if you disagree with me, because I would like to know why people are offended by such things. Admitting that you have a mental illness, or that you have problems, or that you need help, and asking for help are not signs of weakness. And I struggled with it so much. I thought that admitting that you cannot deal with things on your own is such a shame and such a great sign of weakness, but on the opposite, it is a sign of great strength, because we all want to seem as perfect as possible. But admitting that perfection is unattainable, and admitting that you might need some assistance, some help, some therapy, and doing something in order to make your life better, because you are fighting for a better future for yourself, you're fighting for a better life, you're working towards your goals, your dreams. And if you can admit that you're not where you want to be at the moment, it's the first step on the way to being where you want to be in the future. Do you agree? Another thing that would seem very hurtful for me to hear maybe a year ago, but when you are suffering with mental health, and when you are in so much pain and you are really, really suffering, there are a lot of people around you who feel sorry for you, and they give you a lot of attention, and they care about you more than they usually would. And it can make it very tempting to sort of cling on to your mental illness in order to gain the attention and the pity and the sympathy and, you know, all these little things that are so sweet and nice. But it is really not worth it, because first of all, it really slows down your recovery. And when you kind of realize that you may maximize your symptoms a little bit in order to just get more attention, and if you feel like you are getting better but you are scared that when you get better people won't treat you the same way anymore, they won't be as careful, or they won't be as nice to you anymore, I think that it's very important to know that first of all, people cannot take care of you forever, and they will eventually get tired of it, and it will hurt you even more, because you would sabotage your own recovery. And when they get tired of taking care of you all the time, it will be harder for you to, you know, do things on your own when you haven't recovered yet. And second of all, it is really, really worthy of respect to be the person who, no matter what, deals with their shit, and who works towards their recovery, and who is a decent, strong human, no matter how much they have suffered in the past. Because it is very easy to blame the society, your parents, your family, your childhood, so many things on what you are doing at the moment, or on your mishappenings or stuff like that. And I understand how tempting it can be to just make excuses for yourself for why you're not recovering, for why you are this way and not that way. But in the end, your life is your life only. And when you blame other people on the way that you behave now, or other people from your past on the way that you are now, you give them the power over your life, and you sort of take this power from yourself. And I think that it is kind of stupid, sorry, but it is, because you are in control of your life, and you need to understand this, and you need to take control of it. It is totally okay to ask for help. It is totally okay to admit that you are not able to deal with things on your own now, but do not sabotage your own recovery for attention. And please do admit when you get better, and don't worry that people will leave you as soon as you feel better, because the right people will stick with you through thick and thin. And if pity and sympathy is the only thing that keeps people next to you, maybe it's not the people that you want in your life. Next thing also has to do with attention. So it is very important to set your own boundaries and to keep them, and to be very strict about it. I know that it can be very easy to sort of let go of your boundaries and not say no to the things you don't want to do just in order to please people and in order to keep friends that you want to keep. But it is very important to learn to know what you want and do what makes you happy in long term. I know that the pressure of society and the pressure of your friends can make you do things that you don't want to do, or just being scared that people will leave you can make you, bend over backwards to do things for them that you don't even want for yourself. So please learn how to say no. Please learn what is best for you. And when I say what is best for you long term, it is very important to know that there are things that might seem painful at the moment, like therapy. Sometimes you feel worse after a therapy session than you did before you came into therapy, but it means that the process of recovery is going on, and it is not always an easy road. Or maybe you want to sort of press your feelings down now and drink alcohol or do drugs or go and binge eat or something like that, but you know that in the long run it will only bring more shame and it will harm your body and it will only do you no good. So please know what is good for you, do what's good for you in long term, set long-term health goals, just set long-term life goals and work towards them, and don't let anyone mess with your lifestyle. Yeah, do what's best for you and be your first priority, because they say put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then help other people. You can never help other people if you are in a very bad place yourself. So self-care is the most important thing that there is. And last but not least, it's okay to be imperfect. No one is perfect, and it is very okay to have flaws, to do stuff that we are ashamed of afterwards. But the most important thing is to be honest with yourself about where you are now, where you want to be, how long it will take you to get where you want to be. And when you do things that you are not very proud of, just own them and don't talk yourself down. Don't bring yourself down for the things that you wish you did different, because you already did it. Just try to catch yourself in the moment of doing them and just be aware of how you are behaving at the moment or how you are at the moment. And it is the first step in changing it. So if you want to become a better person, a healthier person, a mentally healthier person, just be aware of the choices that you make every second of every day, and it will bring you where you want to be. Yeah. So thank you very much, guys, for watching the video. I wish you a very nice weekend. Please let me know in the comments if maybe you have some thoughts on these topics of your own. And yeah, be nice humans. I love you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.